British troops are in Ukraine keeping the peace and get attacked by Russia, will you come to their aid?
If the British people are in Ukraine and they get attacked,
If British soldiers in Ukraine.
I've always found about the British, they don't need much help.
With Keir, I think they'll be particularly relieved on the Chagos deal. I think the Conservatives and Reform were really desperate for Trump to come out against that.
Well, I think we have just a great relationship. We actually had a good relationship before we've met.
Something unusual is happening, and everyone is wondering why. Why was Keir Starmer so friendly with Trump after criticizing him before? Why did Meghan Markle post a happy dance video just as new claims against her came up? And what really happened to Gene Hackman and his wife? So many questions, and the truth might be surprising. So stay tuned till the end. During a recent discussion, Kinsey Schofield reacted to a rather awkward moment in the Oval Office. She hadn't seen it yet, but it was too cringeworthy not to share. The topic? A meeting between President Trump and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, where Starmer presented Trump with a letter from King Charles. Can we send Meghan Markle to the moon with Katy Perry and Jeff Bezos? Kinsey joked, before adding, let's put Harry on that trip too. But someone would have to explain where he's going. He might not get it. Then came the clip. Starmer, looking quite eager, handed Trump a letter from King Charles and spoke about the historic and unprecedented second state visit invitation. Trump, in his usual style, took a moment to appreciate the king. He's a great gentleman. A great, great gentleman, Trump said, looking at the letter. Beautiful signature. Beautiful man. A wonderful man. The moment felt odd, especially with Starmer's continuous touching, placing his hand on Trump's shoulder like they were best friends. Kinsey wasn't a fan. What's with all the touching? Does he have a crush on my president? She laughed. The whole exchange seemed overly dramatic. Why act like this is some huge surprise? Kinsey asked. If you've read Melania Trump's book, you know she and King Charles have been close for years. This was always expected. And then there was the part that probably had Queen Camilla chuckling over tea. Trump calling the king a beautiful man. That phrase alone likely entertained the royal family. One thing's for sure, Trump has always been a big fan of the British monarchy. Whether it's praising the Queen, attending state visits, or now gearing up for a second one, his admiration is clear. The real question is, how will this next visit play out? Donald Trump recently made it clear that deporting Prince Harry is not on his list of priorities. I've got bigger issues to deal with, he said. However, he didn't hold back when it came to Meghan Markle. His wife is terrible, Trump commented. Some reports suggest that Trump respects King Charles a lot and believes that sending Harry back to the UK would only cause more problems for the king. Kinsey Schofield pointed out that Trump has always valued his relationship with the royal family. He's talked about knowing them since he was a kid, she said. This isn't some new friendship. It's been there for a long time. That's why she found it frustrating to see UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer acting like he was the one strengthening the bond. The connection already exists. Starmer didn't build it, so why is he pretending he did? Trump's relationship with the royal family has always been strong, but his past with Starmer has been quite the opposite. Starmer used to call Trump dangerous, Kinsey said, and now, suddenly, he's sitting there all friendly. Adding to the irony, David Lammy was in the same room. He's the same politician who, during Trump's last UK visit, threatened to protest by chaining himself outside Downing Street. And now they're all pretending to get along. Marco Rubio was also there, which made Kinsey laugh. All I could think about was Trump calling him Little Marco over and over again, she said. Politics is full of people who switch sides when it's convenient, and Starmer is the perfect example. What made things even more bizarre was that Starmer's Labor Party had actively supported Kamala Harris during the 2024 U.S. elections. Now, suddenly, he's sitting there acting all buddy-buddy with Trump. It just doesn't add up, Kinsey pointed out. The moment that really stood out was Starmer personally handing Trump a letter from King Charles. Why did he have to do that in person, she asked. That could have been sent another way, maybe even directly to Prince William. Instead, it turned into this awkward display. The British media has been treating the meeting as a great success, portraying it as a positive move for the UK. But Kinsey wasn't convinced. It's not about disliking Trump. I actually like him, she clarified. But I know Starmer doesn't, and the hypocrisy is just too much. Her final take, it all felt staged, like they were putting on a big show for us, and honestly, it was hard to watch. King Charles's recent letter to Donald Trump sparked debate, with some seeing it as a desperate move and others as smart diplomacy. In the US, it was well received. Americans are fascinated by the British royal family, one commentator noted. Even if it seemed desperate, it got people talking and likely worked in their favor. Given Trump's influence, some believe Charles knows maintaining ties could be beneficial. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle grabbed attention with an Instagram video of her dancing in a kitchen with crew members, smiling and hugging them. Social media quickly reacted. She looks like she's doing Trump's signature dance, one user joked. Put the YMCA song over it. It's uncanny. Given Meghan's known stance on Trump, that comparison was likely unwelcome. The video was briefly taken down and re-uploaded, fueling speculation. She's been off Instagram so long, maybe she doesn't know how it works, one analyst said. But others saw a pattern. Look at the timing, a commentator pointed out. The video appeared just as Jason Ganoff's 60 Minutes Australia interview aired, revisiting Meghan's bullying allegations. Now she's online dancing, hugging crew members, and acting extra friendly. It feels like a strategic distraction. Jason Ganoff, a former royal aide, previously accused Meghan Markle of bullying palace staff during her time as a working royal. The allegations first surfaced in 2021, just before Meghan and Harry's Oprah interview, and resurfaced in Ganoff's recent Australian interview. And then, out of nowhere, she posts a happy, upbeat video showing how great she is with her team, one analyst questioned. It's classic PR. Redirect attention. Adding to the drama, reports suggest Prince Harry's U.S. visa records might be released on the same day as Meghan's Netflix project. If there's anything controversial in those records, it could overshadow Meghan's rebrand, a royal expert noted. She likes to control her narrative, and this could throw a wrench into her plans. Meanwhile, Hollywood was shaken by a tragedy. The mysterious deaths of legendary actor Gene Hackman and his wife in their Santa Fe home. Initial reports suggested a double suicide, but new details deepen the mystery. Now we're hearing the bodies were mummified, a news anchor reported. That means they were there for weeks before anyone found them. The caretaker who discovered them noticed the door was open. That's another strange detail, a reporter said. Was it left open by accident, or did someone else enter? Authorities are still determining the timeline. One of Hackman's daughters wondered if carbon monoxide poisoning was to blame, but other clues don't match. There were pills scattered in the bathroom where his wife was found, an investigator noted. Was it an overdose, or is there more to this? Another odd detail, they're pets. One dog was near Hackman's wife, but two others were still alive, an expert said. If it was carbon monoxide, why did they survive? Some suggest better ventilation saved them, but others suspect something more complex. The case remains under investigation. Even more strange is the fact that Gene and his wife were found in separate rooms. Why weren't they together, one investigator questioned. That's unusual in situations like this. Normally, if a couple were victims of something like a gas leak, they'd likely be found in close proximity. The fact that they were apart raises concerns about what actually occurred inside their home. As the case unfolds, Hollywood has been left in mourning. Gene Hackman was one of the greatest actors of his generation, a film historian stated. He gave us so many unforgettable performances, and it's heartbreaking that his story ended this way. The investigation is still ongoing, and authorities are carefully piecing together the evidence. This story keeps getting stranger, one journalist admitted. We still don't have all the answers, and it's likely we're going to learn even more shocking details in the coming days. So, what are your views on this? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And for more amazing videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon.